hijab is going to be a hot topic for real, okay? So we got to talk about a few things, okay? First of all, right? Because we didn't get to come to you guys on last week, but we got to talk about Sam in Egypt. So ain't nobody gonna talk about how he's molded her from where she was to where she is now. I cringe and I hate it. And I also want to talk about like the charges that she told the incident that happened that she told her stepmama. Number one, I felt like she was lying to that lady. And number two, I just hate how he got her looking. And in addition to how he has her looking, he got her doing everything but what it is she said she originally wanted to do. And I hate that her dad is who he is and he ain't say nothing yet. I don't know if he's trying to put her in a space where it's like, okay, you're gonna learn, but I gotta let you make your own mistakes or what. But I'm like, okay, God damn it, sir. Somebody gonna have to talk now. Somebody gonna have to say something because this right here for me it's getting out of hand. What are y'all thoughts about Miss Egypt and this whole situation with Sam?
I ain't watched the show in weeks. I'm just here to talk about the fight.
Okay, well, I'll go first then. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say that I absolutely noticed that Egypt is giving lesbian, and it's definitely reminding us of that one time that R. Kelly had turned that little teenage girl into a stud, and we didn't know whether she wanted to be a stud or whether he turned her into one because he wanted to, like, play around with girls who look like little boys. You know what I'm saying? So it was a way to itch two scratches. So I mean, scratch two itches, y'all know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's for Sam, especially when we think about how effeminate Sam is and people questioning his sexuality. It definitely feels like you are trying to make your girlfriend more, because you're not married yet, you're trying to make your girlfriend more physically masculine so she can be more attractive to you. It does seem that way. And that's a little problematic, just a tad bit, especially if that's not the aesthetic that the very feminine Egypt wants to give off. Now, that does not mean that having short hair means you're not feminine, obviously. But it's the cut. It's the cut, it's the shaping, it's the lining. It's all wrong.
Let me ask y'all a question. Last time I seen Egypt was whenever she was on that YouTube interview. So does she look any more masculine than she did then? Has she changed some more?
It's still giving mohawk and shaved on the
I think
sides.
she does look more masculine now. Yeah, I think it's more. But you said
It's
something,
a
Bonnie,
very
about how he wants her to look a certain way to be attractive to him. I'm starting to wonder if he's trying to make her look this way so nobody else sees her as attractive. That's something else
It
That's a
may be,
it
possibility.
just crossed
but I
my
also feel like there's always a nigga that like a masculine looking bitch. Like, I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. There's always a nigga that likes a masculine looking bitch. Stevie J, there are a whole bunch of them. Okay, so at the end of the day, there's always somebody. There's always somebody.
What
Faith
JB
was a
said. Let me
one-off.
see what JB about. She says Egypt is lying through her teeth and everyone knows it. She's a whole different person, and he is putting in a situation where no one will want her because she don't know who she is.
I think it's both.
Yeah, I can
I
see
think it's
that.
both. I
Yeah,
think he likes
I
to like
agree.
squint his
I agree.
eyes and think it's a dude. And I also think it's because he, wants to be able to control her, because obviously they're in a toxic, abusive
Yup.
relationship. And I was happy that Tretch is finally seeing that this is an issue. I'm mad that it took your daughter being in such a violent situation, with a gun and all of that type of shit. But I'm glad you woke up, nigga. Thank you. We appreciate it, because we've been saying this. We still don't understand why you mad at Brianna, because Brianna been telling you that he wasn't good for your daughter from the very beginning. Remember, you got into it with her at the party and shit because she was one of the main people that felt like Sam was on bullshit. I feel like you need to apologize to that lady for that, because y'all was acting real crazy because she wasn't cool with Sam's ass.
Right. Agreed. Terrible. Cree. Miss Cree decided that she was gonna go and link up with the ladies, but then she couldn't even enjoy a good glass of wine before she started snapping off on Miss TT. She said that TT kind of messed up her reputation or something like that, affecting her businesses. What are y'all thoughts? I just feel like you could have hit her up a long time ago. Like, y'all didn't have to have that conversation at that moment. I did feel like Cree wasn't really trying to mess up the wedding or anything. I felt like she was becoming her new party planner. So she reached out and told Vanessa, the person
Vanessa,
that's
yeah.
closest to TT, so she could tell her that information, because she probably thought it would be messy of me to do that, and I'm your wedding planner. So let me try and probably just give you a soft blow. So I didn't think she was trying to do anything vindictive. But a lot of people felt like she was. I just felt like the conversation
I didn't
should
think
not
she
have
was
happened
being
at the time.
vindictive either. A lot of people also held Cree responsible for the story being sung, but I feel like that was Savannah more than Cree, to my recollection. When it came to, people having conversations, I also feel like a lot of times when people talk to Eric messy ass, I don't know why they haven't figured out how messy Eric is yet, but Eric is somebody that people go to so that they can gauge how to handle other people in the group. So it made me feel like when Cree went to Eric to talk to him about what happened, she did that because she wanted to gauge how to handle the situation, I feel like. Because I don't know whether she did that before or after she talked to Vanessa about it. But either way, I didn't think Cree was being messy. I also did feel like TT was doing too much in that scene when she started talking about, I could never have her plan my wedding now. Like, girl, be mad at the person you mad at, which is your boyfriend, your fiance, because this shit is out there in the first place. That's who you mad at. Okay, it felt like misplaced anger in that moment, and TT was firing off at everybody, and it did look bad for Cree's business. But a lot of people felt like, Cree played a part in that as well. But I don't really feel like that. However, I do feel like she was during this scene acting like something had happened right before they started filming. That's why we're going to try to talk to her. Okay. We're going to try to get her back on the line, y'all, so she can explain some things. Because to me, it absolutely felt like something happened before she came on set, because she came in hot. It was almost like, y'all didn't tell me this girl was going to be here. And y'all know I told y'all to let me know ahead of time if she was going to be there so that I could prepare myself. And here I come in thinking it's going to be friends and it's foe. So, and also Angela leaving the scene because there might be an interaction that wasn't positive. I'm tired of her. Please get off the fucking show if you can't be in conflict at all. Like, get off the show if you're too good to be involved in the conflict. I'm tired. And y'all don't want to hear this from us because y'all think we're saying it because we have interviewed Cree and we liked Cree. We're upset with Cree for some of the things that she did, but I also feel like as somebody that watches shows, it almost feels like, so Cree, did somebody sit you down and tell you this is the assignment?
Right.
Because it gave what it was supposed to give. On both of those episodes, there was an altercation, there was an issue, you know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of like, girl, did somebody tell you that in order for the franchise not to die, it needed to be more interesting? So y'all need to come with something. And Cree just decided that this season she was gonna come a little bit harder because she was just feeling that way. It seemed that way.
Yeah. Okay. Jaylee had a different perspective. She says Cree was acting like she was looking for a storyline, and I never understood why Cree was upset with TT. I felt like Cree should have kept it pushing and not came in upset.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like somebody, it must have been like a preseason, bitch, be on one this season, please and thank you.
Definitely on one for sure as we talk about this pool party. Okay. So Sequoia is at a place where she's trying to move on from everything. I just didn't like how she kept asking everybody, what is it? Should I do? What should I do? I'm like, girl, if it's on your mind, then do it. Stop asking everybody. Savannah, disrespectful as to the cousin, very out of line and rude. Like,
nasty.
Horrible. So when Cree and Savannah go over there to have a conversation, Savannah says, watch this. Okay, watch this or something like that. And just start snapping off on Sequoia like it was okay. And Cree didn't say anything. She just sat there like it was okay. And then told this woman, Sequoia, that she can't get upset when Savannah brings up her son, when she brought her son up to begin with. And I'm like, that girl didn't bring up her son. She brought up her baby daddy. I feel like that's two different things. Okay. And at the end of the day, did you not see how rude your friend was coming off to this girl? This girl ain't even saying nothing to her. What kind of stuff is that? And then why is you going to bat for a person that's a pot stirrer? Why are you going to bat for a person that's starting out, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to get it popping. I felt like Eric's wife was being a little follower with the joking and the mimicking and all that stuff. I said, girl, calm down. What else? Cree tells Sequoia about her not getting mad, and that's when Sequoia tells her, well, girl, listen, you'll understand, if and when you have children. Oh, that set Cree off. But I felt like that was the same situation as you telling somebody else, oh, you can't get mad when she mentions your son because you brought your son up. But Cree, you weren't there.
Yes.
So now the roles reversed. You're getting upset with her and you're ready to fight because you brought up a conversation about children to Angela. And that's just not fair. And Sequoia wasn't there to hear that conversation. So she didn't mean to be vindictive. She had already said that she ain't have nothing against you, So I just felt like the ladies was out of line. It was more so Savannah for me. The way when they Cree got in her face and stuff, and Savannah ran over there, and I think she touched Sequoia or hit Sequoia or did something.
Yes.
I'm like, I can't with Savannah. She can go though. She can go.
She just felt real childish to me. The whole thing felt like, even the way they approached it, just felt real bully, high school type stuff. I don't know what's wrong with Savannah. To me, that it was lame. It was real lame. But I do feel like Cree probably was triggered. But just as Jamie said, you have to apply it both ways. If you feel like, it's okay for somebody to talk about her son or baby daddy or whatever, then you have to have the same restraint if somebody mentions something triggering to you about children. It just, I don't know. I watched that whole thing and had so many emotions because at first when she was like, I'm not going to hit her, I got 4 businesses, I was like, okay. Then all of a sudden they had to hold her back. I just felt bad for Sequoia, or Sequence, like they was calling her. The whole thing was childish.
Okay, so I'm going to just say this. Off rip, Savannah was giving Maury, okay, teenage edition. I don't give a shit what about my mom say, Maury. I don't care about what nobody say. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I don't care what nobody say because I'm going to beat their ass because I'm going to always beat their ass because that's what I do. Like, she was very much giving that. I'm like, girl, I don't know how old you are, but it's giving 17. It's giving angry and 17. It's giving I have issues and I'm 17. My brain is not fully formed and I'm angry. That's what it's giving. What's going on with the PPP loan? Never mind.
Right.
Stevie J, Daddy wasn't there, because we can tell. Cree was definitely triggered in that moment when she started to, you could see her revving up with Sequoia. And y'all, I'm sorry, I was totally on Sequoia's side. Bitch, say my son one more time and watch me break your teeth. And when Cree told her, you don't have a right to be upset, I said, sis, friend, girl, you're wrong. You're wrong. And honestly, this is one of them times when I feel like you tall bitches use y'all size to try to intimidate lil bitches like myself. You walked up on her real intimidating, like, oh, because you said what Savannah said in your height, that it was supposed to mean something like better, like it was supposed to make more sense. Girl, go to hell. In all honesty, I wish Sequoia would have threw some water in your face and punched you. And that's no disrespect, because
I
we
thought
like
she
you.
was going to.
We like you, but as an adult, I'm gonna need for you never to step up to another woman like that and press your body on her like she was trying to fight you, because that lady wasn't trying to fight you, and you impressed your body on her like you was trying to let her know I'll beat your little ass. And you was wrong.
Over your friend.
Over a child who you should be able to recognize as fucking wilding. We don't understand, Cree, because we talk to you and we like you. So we don't understand how you don't see that Savannah is wilding all on the outside. Get her out of here. Get her out of here.
Agreed.